Hello and happy new year, everyone. I'm a bit late, really, aren't I? But tonight is the episode 1 of 2025, and tonight's guest is Neil Packer of Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre. Somebody, nah, I don't know him at all, do I? How you doing?
No, I'm doing good, thank you. Thanks for inviting me. Your first guest of the year, that's a privilege, isn't it?
I know, that's it. I had to sort of cancel last week, but I've rescheduled that one. Hi, Mason. I'm back. So thanks for joining us on YouTube. Yeah, so obviously, like I've spoke to you a few times on here. Obviously, I've helped you
Yeah.
out at Haunted Antiques
Yes, you do.
frequently, and it's been fun and everything. And you've also done the Parameet as well,
Yeah,
which I loved it to bits, all of them. So
good.
I
And
don't actually know how many.
you're coming back in May?
Yeah, coming back in May. It's 3-day
Good.
weekend, isn't it? Well, I go there
It is.
Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then come back Monday. So hotel's booked because actually the hotel sold out for the Saturday night.
Is it?
I believe so because I know somebody who's tried to book. So yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
It's
So
it's it's, it's good, but if people do want to come to Parameet in May and stay in a hotel, there's other hotels not far away.
yeah,
We got a Premier Inn not too far away. It's a 5 minute drive away. So don't panic, anybody.
yeah. My friends are actually going to the Premier Inn. So
Uh,
yeah, it is kind of really handy for them. So
yeah,
that's sort of the route, and it's probably a bit cheaper as well, to be fair.
probably is. Yeah,
Yeah, because it is a great hotel, but yeah, but I got in there early, really, so it should be all right. And once
I
again,
know.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know some people actually booked because we were there last June, wasn't it? I think June at Sketchy Grange. I think some people actually booked that weekend for next weekend. So
I did.
you did. That was you as well. So the
Yeah, yeah,
quite.
that was it.
I know other people have booked the Paramount weekend for this year. So very keen.
Yeah, but the thing is, you get cheaper rates. So if you get in there as soon as possible,
Yeah,
like it's actually costing me less for 3 nights this time and a half board than it did
yeah.
for 2 nights and 2 nights last time.
Oh, that's good then.
So, yeah, I've got in and I've got in well as well. Hi, Annette. Hope you're well. So, yeah. So for anybody who sort of hasn't met you before, like we've got Mason on YouTube, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I've been in the field about 15 years or so. I used to co-own a venue group, but I quickly got bored with that. I didn't. It wasn't what I wanted to do. Sort of babysitting guests all night. So I decided to go into haunted objects. So that's how I started Haunted Antiques up. We're approaching our eighth birthday now. Um,
Is it? My
is it
God.
eight? Is it eight or is it seven?
I think it's
20,
7.
is it seven?
Okay.
2018 we opened. So it's seven. We're approaching our seventh birthday
Yeah, because I've been going for
in
6 years.
February. You've been coming a long, long time, Jacqueline.
Yeah. Kind of got quite addictive, to be fair, because the first time I went, I didn't actually know how to deal with it
Mm,
because, like, you go to a location, it's got the history, and you're looking at the spirits of that location. But
yeah.
this was something that I didn't know about. So, whenever you do a ghost hunting event, it's always about the building or people who live there.
Hmm.
Whereas Haunted Antiques was like, well, what do we do here? Because you've got objects and you gave people the opportunity to take these objects, put them on a table and work with them.
That's right. Yeah.
And never once did you say that these were haunted.
That's right. We never. Well, it's very
Thank
rarely do we
you.
say what we've found out about any object, unless people ask us, because we want you to find out yourselves. Because if I say to somebody this doll has got a girl attached to it, you immediately got that in your head. So
Hmm.
we stay away from that sort of thing. So it's it's up to you guys, the investigators, to come and say such and such, and we say, I should say, yeah, that's correct. You're on the right line there. That's what we know about it.
Yeah, and that's the way that I host as well, or like I book events. Like I'm actually coming to Haunted Antiques very soon,
Very
and
soon.
like I, I think everybody's been, but if people haven't been, they sort of go up to something and they get a feeling from something. I'm not going to tell them. I'm going to let them work on it, and they tell me what they get. Then
Yeah.
from there, you're just going to go, yeah, that's right. Or, they find out something extra, which, an object I'm not aware of. Like, I'm not going to pick up everything about every single object because there's
No.
certain objects which I really like, Paul, and there's ones I'm not keen on, Hannah. So there you
Mhm.
go. But I know damn well that Hannah doll will, want me to go and hold her.
Yeah. But you had a particular object right from day one, didn't you? For you
I did.
personally, you always called it the clicky box, didn't
The
you?
clicky box. Yeah, I was going to mention that now. I've finished my book again, so I actually submitted it last January to
It's about
publisher. But
it's about time you got it released.
well, yeah, it's with the proofreader now.
That's good.
I did try and get it published last year, but things happened, which
Yeah.
we won't go into. But I've
Yeah.
taken it back. I've rewritten again because I think every time you look at a damn book, I just hate it. I'm
Yeah.
just like it's just doing my head in. So, I needed 2 clear days on it again. So it's just trying to find 2 clear days when I could do it. So,
Yeah.
did it between Christmas and New Year, then the weekend after, and finally got it off to a proofreader. She's wonderful. She's written her own book.
Yeah.
So yeah, so she knows what she's doing, and she's looking at getting into publishing as well.
Oh,
So
great.
my book is with her, and yeah, I can't wait to get it out. I've started a new book already. Well, no, I've started about 4 to be fair.
Yes, that's how I am as well. I've
I've got
started.
about 4 books.
Mm.
But yeah, so hopefully I'll get book 1 out before anything else comes out. But it is hard work because you've written a book as well.
Yeah, I wrote Mercurius and the Shattered Mirror, which is just about how I started in the paranormal and how I started haunted antiques. It was good fun, but I was lucky. I had the lockdown. I started the book, but then we got locked down, didn't we? So
Yeah,
I had plenty of time. I just and it was lovely weather. Was the first lockdown
it was
was
beautiful. Yeah,
was gorgeous weather, so I could just crack on with it, and I finished it, and it was published. I just went through Amazon. It was published during the first lockdown, so it's.
yeah,
But I have started others. One's three-quarters done, but for the last 10 months or so, up until October, I was caring for my mum, so
yeah. Right.
everything got but was stopped then for 10 months, and I've only just started getting back into things now.
But it's cool there, Nigel. Nice to see you again. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate that. Hey, hi Andy.
Andy,
Hope you're all right. I met Andy last year near the end of the year, so definitely want to meet up with him very soon. They're brilliant, and they got nominated at the Parameet Awards as well.
yeah, I think Andy's up for 2 awards, isn't he?
Yeah, Conjure Quest. It's the investigator, isn't it?
I think
And
it's investigator
the team.
and category. I think.
Yeah, that's right. So good luck to you, Andy. So if anybody wants to vote for it, it's Parameet Awards. I've actually been nominated for the top GPM podcast.
Yeah.
I actually won it last year, which
Yeah.
is like, oh my god, I was
There
like
he
so
is.
embarrassed because like this is actually the first thing I've ever won in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I never won anything because I was like shit at games and shit at everything really. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Okay, I could do it. Well, yeah, I was even screwed up my exams, but yeah, I don't know, when you're not sporting or you don't sort
no.
of get awards, do you?
Well, you got the most votes, so you deserved it. So
Yeah, so yeah, that was yeah, it's brilliant, but so embarrassing. But yeah,
it,
I,
it was a- it
I
was it
I
was a
had a
good
wobble on
night.
my voice. It was a good night. Yeah,
But the awards went better than I hoped. I must admit.
it was lovely, wasn't it? It really was, and just to get the mixture of people as well, like people. Oh, cheers, Andy, for sharing. But it's just a mixture of people who were there as well. There's
Yeah.
people there I hadn't met before, and you just get chatting to people, don't you?
Yeah, and I think Andy and Paul from the Haunted magazine,
Oh,
they're the last. They won the community award as well as the magazine award. Their sort of reaction to winning the community award summed the whole Parameet feeling up. I think
it was beautiful, wasn't it?
it was
Not a dry eye, was there really? I
it was
think I
very
filmed that.
emotional, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
filmed it and actually sent it to Paul.
yeah, very
But
emotional.
yeah, they're such genuine guys, aren't they? And
Yeah, yeah, brilliant.
we hope things are
Two of the
okay on
best.
that front. It's yeah, and it's certainly a great magazine as well.
Oh
Um,
yeah, it's the best.
yeah,
To be honest, Haunted Magazine sponsoring Parameet this year.
oh, that's cool.
So I did have the Haunted Magazine as nominations, top magazine in the nomination bit, but there was only one magazine nominated,
Okay.
and we me and Paula did talked about it, but because they're sponsoring it, they weren't going to put their names forward for an award.
Oh, bless her.
So
Yeah.
I've actually taken the top paranormal magazine section out of the awards, so we're not having an award for the top magazine this year.
Oh, bless you. Hey, Rocky's all right. He's snoring. I hope you can't hear him. Nigel's got a Rocky as well, so I hope your Rocky's all
Um,
right. Oh, yeah, but yeah, it's an incredible night, and the thing is about paranormal people, like we lurk around in the dark. We're usually
yeah,
cold, so we've got loads of coats on and everything. But it was our chance to go out there and actually dress up and look like people going out on town, wasn't it? And
it
it,
was like the Oscars, weren't it? The
it was like the Oscars. I wore a bloody dress, what I nearly tripped over, to
all
be
the women
fair.
got posh frocks on and all sorts.
And Ames had a dress on.
Even Amy had a dress
Oh,
on,
that
wasn't
was
they?
brilliant, yeah. So, it's just fantastic to just see everybody, like, in a different way from how you'd usually meet people within the paranormal,
Yeah, yeah,
and, it's
yeah.
just seeing a different side of people, wasn't it? And it was so
Good.
lovely.
It was good.
Yeah, so
I'm
we've
sure
got back.
this.
Yeah?
I'm sure this one is going to be just as good, if not better.
Yeah, well, that's coming up over the last May bank
In
holiday, so
May, yeah, May the
yeah.
25th awards is.
Yeah, so that should be a good one, and yeah, I'm up for that. And
Good.
sometimes like it is cold, it is horrible at the moment, and you need things like that to look forwards to. Hi, Nicola, hope you're well. Happy New Year. And you need things like that to look forwards to, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
The sort of longer, warmer nights, and sitting
Mhm.
outside. Like the Friday we arrive, we all go and sit outside on the patio, have a few drinks from the bar.
I just dread to think what we're going to be the topic of conversation on the Friday night this time, because it was about how many sausages were on the Titanic last year, weren't it?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they
There's
worked.
always something dodgy comes up.
I think the guys worked out how many sausages were. I think it was sausages were on board the Titanic.
Yeah, okay.
And you just think, what? How does that get in someone's head? But the paranormal people, they're a bit of a strange bunch, ain't we?
We're normal, it's everyone else, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the people who
But
don't believe in the paranormals that they're weird.
yeah, that's it. It's like already like I've just gone on to TikTok. Well, I've had it a while, but I've just started going over to a bit more now. Hi, Handy. Happy New Year. I'm finally back. So yeah, the first show of the year, and I've got some amazing guests lined up. I've actually booked people now till March. I can't believe it.
Yeah, good.
I'm not usually this organised. I'm usually like on the Friday thinking, "Oh no, who do I speak to on Monday?" But I'm
Well,
all
well,
sorted this year.
well, Jane and I do the Haunted Connections podcast on
Yeah,
Tuesday. I got our guest for tomorrow night this evening.
that's usually
That's
me.
how organised I am.
I'm speaking to your guest soon. I've got her in my. Oh shit! I spoke to her, but I don't know if yeah, she was checking the calendar about 3 days, 3 weeks ago, 3 days ago. That was it. Yeah, because we were chatting. Yeah, and she says, "Oh, I'll check my calendar." I think that's as far as I got. So,
Uh,
yeah, but yeah, I
it's
think.
it's
Oh
it's
no, I did
always
sort it out. I did sort it out. Yeah, that's it.
it's always an interesting chat with Kate Ray,
Yeah. Well, yeah, because
Amanda.
Kate is actually she wrote a book about somewhere very close to me
Yeah.
and somewhere as a kid, well, when I was like a teen, I used to walk there. So she wrote a book about the Woollerton Gnomes,
Hmm.
and I actually live close to. I lived about 2 miles away. So when I was at college and at secondary school, we used to walk down to Woollerton Park with my mate.
Yeah.
You just go there, and it's a great big park. It's got like an old mansion there, right on a hill. It's got a natural history museum there, and it has various exhibitions there. And it's a deer park as well. And it's got a lake,
Mm.
and it's just a stunning place. So then Kate, she writes a book about this group of people, um, school kids, who went to the park one day and saw loads of gnomes. And
Mm.
they and the teacher actually mentioned it, and it's not sort of thing you can lie about, is it really?
No,
'Cause
you
it's
wouldn't make
kind of
that up, would you?
embarrassing. So she's actually written a book about it, and yeah, brilliant book. So
It is a good book.
she's certainly better telling the story than me. But
She's and we've
she is
chatted to her.
cool.
Well, she's a regular guest speaker at Parameets as well, Kate
Yeah,
Ray.
that's right.
So she's talking in May, and it's always an interesting talk with Kate, and it's always an interesting chat. You'll have a great chat with her if you talk about the Fae. It opens your eyes. I must admit, it did me the first time.
Mm,
First time I talked to her, it opened my eyes.
yeah, she's certainly incredible. She is, and I am trying to get a date when I can meet her at the park as well. So
That'd be good.
we are going to do that, but it's just like I don't want to go down the park now. It's freezing, and yeah, so there's been a bit of an incident down there recently as well. So yeah,
Oh dear.
I don't want to go down there at the moment.
Right.
But yeah, so not only are you doing the Parameet, you've sort of changed direction a little bit as well, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us more about that then.
Well, that was the GPN.
Well, you've got your GPN, you've got your
We
lockdown, locking whatever's whatever it's called.
Yeah. I get very bored very quickly, so I have to keep doing things. I have to keep doing lots of different things. So I do have my own paranormal TV network. We called Ghostback Network, and we put lots of different content on it. Jacqueline puts your Paranormal Path Peeps on, so that's
I
where you
do,
won the
yeah.
award last year. This year, when because Jane, who's the medium of the centre, she's in Exeter at the minute at university. So when Jane's back in March, I think it is, we've got lots of ideas for new programs to put on GPN. So that's
Brilliant.
exciting. Yeah, I've also just branched out. We got an escape room now set up in the centre, the Haunted Antique Centre. So that is now for Saturday afternoons. We do an escape room. So that's good. We did the first one last weekend.
I saw the
Um,
photo, it looked really good. They looked like they enjoyed it. I'm
they're good.
absolutely shocking at them. I ain't
It's
even going to try it because I'm shocking. I
oh,
can't do
it's a
it.
good it's a good laugh,
No, it
and
ain't. Because I just feel so. I can't do them.
I like it when the women scream because there's a couple of there's some bits where the women scream and it's good fun.
Okay.
It's a good laugh. It's a good laugh for me. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's it.
Um, so we're doing that. What else did you mention?
Um, that's
Oh, we
ghost
yeah,
escape room.
we do our own ghost hunts at the centre. We got our hosts. Jacqueline is a host, and Amanda's watching. I think Amanda's
Yeah,
a
Amanda's
host as
watching
well.
as well.
This year we're doing 12-hour lockdowns at the centre, so you get locked in the centre with me, unfortunately. So that's the downside. You're stuck for 12 hours with me, and I'll get pizzas in and that sort of thing. Um, whether if you want to try and have a sleep, you can do, or if you want to investigate for the 12 hours, that's entirely up to you. I shall try and get some sleep. Um, but it's just something to do. Did you come to one? I did it a few years ago.
No.
Did you? No, I started it a few years ago, and then it sort of fizzled out for some reason. I don't know why, but so we're going to do 12-hour lockdowns at the centre. So that's going to be good.
Yeah, the thing is, I can't do them. I fall asleep. Um,
I will. I
so
know I
so I,
will.
I I did one, and it's with MJ, and about 5 a.m. I was falling asleep on the Ouija board. So we're doing a Ouija board session in the attic room, and it's like I was nodding off. So in the end, I think most people were, so we just called it quits and that was that. So
Oh,
yeah, but doing that, it is hard, isn't it? It really is.
I should be struggling after midnight. I must admit, because I'm ready for my bed then. But I shall keep going as much. I'm hoping it's more people who book onto the 12-hour lockdowns know what they're doing. So
Yeah,
I'm not sort of looking after them all night, but I should be there and doing it with them. But I should just be part of the team that they're in as well, if you know what I mean. So we'll just do it all together without
yeah,
me having to lead it because I'm not. I must admit, I'm not into hosting ghost hunts. I don't enjoy them hosting them.
oh, bless you.
That's why I've hosted it for me.
Yeah, that's right. It is something. It is different, like investigating, and that is so different, and I kind of like it, but it is more fun to actually go ahead and do it yourself, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'm going out on Saturday night. Oh, we're going to meet Amanda as well, and we're going to go
good.
for a play. We haven't got any guests, and well, I have got guests, but we all know what we're doing, and
It's good. Yeah.
Cass Evans is coming as well.
Oh,
So,
brilliant.
yeah, so, it's great group of people, it's great energies, and we cannot be held responsible for anything what can happen really, because
That's good.
generally the sort of people that I get together, it can actually go really mad, can't it?
Yeah,
In
there's nothing wrong with
fact,
that, though, is there?
no, there isn't. And JV Paranormal are still a bit dubious about coming to Matlock with me because it was a bit well, yeah, brown trouser for some people, and that's it, isn't it? But with spirit, you don't know what's going to happen. You got the right energies, and then
Yeah.
yeah, it can actually be crazy, can it? Yeah, it's too interesting to fall asleep.
Thanks, Amanda. Yeah,
Yeah.
but this year I want to concentrate on doing more different things for Ghost Planet Network. Like I say, we Jane and I got lots and lots of new ideas. We've got some ideas we had 4 years ago that we still haven't got around to doing because
Oh, wow.
life sometimes gets in the way, and and we've Jane's doing this master's degree course, so that sort of
Yeah,
took Jane out of the equation, and a lot of the things that I'm planning, I need Jane to be there to sort of make sure everything's okay, if you know what I mean. Because we do the demon connections, which is where
that's right.
we
And that was
invite we invite a different demon into the room with us every episode. And I wouldn't dream of doing that unless Jane's there. Well, I couldn't anyway.
no.
Um, but Jane and I have talked about it, and when we're coming back properly, we are going to do a special mini series on a character in the paranormal field.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
and we're going to start the first. We're going to, especially the first one, we're going to do it live on GPN.
Wow,
Um,
interesting.
I'm going to sort out when Jane's actually back and we can do it.
Yeah.
It's a character. We've mentioned the character before, Jacqueline. It's a sounds that you were with us
Okay. Oh,
last
okay.
year. Last year, can you
May
remember?
know. Yeah, I'm not saying, yeah.
So this character is he's got a bit of a bad reputation, hasn't he?
Mhm. Yeah.
So we are going to do it live. The first one is going to be live on GPN. So I'm looking forward to that because it was last year when he actually came to us and said he'd work with us.
Awesome.
wasn't it? Because you did the seance with us, didn't you? You were there.
I do.
Can you remember?
Oh yes, because because you were naughty, because you decided to have a conversation with somebody,
Yeah.
and then we did this séance, and
And I hadn't told anybody, had I? I've
you
not even
hadn't
told
told
Jimmy or
anyone, and Jane found out through this
and
spirit rather than you.
and this
That's
this
funny.
entity came through and says someone's been inviting him, and Jane said, "Is anyone been inviting this entity?" And then she looks at me and she says, "Is it you, Neil?" Because she knows what I'm like. And I said, "Well, it might have been."
It was too funny.
So we are going to crack on. So hopefully in March, I should talk to Jane probably tomorrow. So we're going to push that. If we want to, if you want me to tell people who it's going to be, I will do. I don't mind.
You
Because
can
once
do.
once we once
Yeah.
we got the date, we're gonna I'm gonna announce it anyway. Okay, we're gonna do a mini series on Baphomet.
Hmm.
Whoever Baphomet is, I've got my ideas who Baphomet really is. It's not what you think. Well, it might be. So we're going to do it the first one live. We might do it. Might just be a mini series because we're going to focus on one entity.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I did get imagery in my head that night, but I don't know if it was him. So I can still see what I got that night,
Yeah.
and it wasn't human. You know, it
I
wasn't.
it,
So
it's
I did
it's
get an imagery of something that night.
it's definitely
Which
not
is
human.
interesting. Yeah,
And that night he did tell James some of the items that we needed to help him talk to us.
yeah,
Um, I've got those items now.
that's brilliant.
It's all ready, so it is going to be different.
Yeah.
It's not going to be scary. So if people think they're going to get the flipping Hollywood demon rubbish, you're not.
No.
And
Yeah,
this entity has been to the centre a few times anyway. So
yeah, that's right. It is all intriguing, and you try and push the boat out. You know, a lot of people just do what they do, but you've got an opportunity, you've got the location, and you're just trying to see what you can get, and you're kind of ignoring other people's preconceptions of things as well, aren't you? You're
yeah,
just going out and saying, "Oh, let's do this."
yeah, we do, and that's to me that's what makes the paranormal fun. Well, it makes what we do interesting, makes it fun for me personally. If I thought all I've got to do in paranormal is go on ghost hunts every weekend, um, I would get pretty bored with it. I admit, because I
Yeah,
do get bored very quickly. That's why
I've noticed.
I I have different. I've got, like I say, I must have 13 or 15 different ideas for different shows that I want
That's
us to do
brilliant.
this year. Um, so some are normal ghost hunting sort of shows. Like, for example, you're going to take part in filming one night, aren't you? I
I
can't remember.
am in
Sue.
February.
It's
Yeah,
Sue.
yeah,
So
I've sorted that
one
with everybody.
one new
Yeah,
series that I'm doing at on GPN is, instead of one team going to different locations like all TV shows basically are, aren't they? It's one team
yeah.
going to locations. So one team investigates their way, but every team investigates slightly different. So what I'm
Mm.
doing, one of the new shows is, I can't remember what I've called it, Ghost Files or something. I think I've called it.
I'm rubbish at
Is,
names.
is different teams coming to the centre. So you got different teams using their methods in the same building on
Yeah,
different
that's it.
nights. And all it's going to do is I'm going to film you investigating. But what's important to me, I like people's personal experiences. So if, for example, if you're at the centre and you feel something, I will film you at that point
Yeah,
explaining exactly what you felt. Because if we waited to the end of the night,
you
you'll
forget.
forget something, or I will forget even to film you. So I shall take you to, if you experience something or feel something, I'll take you to one side and film you explaining what you felt.
That's cool.
So my theory is, will all the teams pick up on the same things? I don't
Yeah,
know. Or will they all
interesting.
pick up on different things? Now, some teams will use a medium, some teams that will use mobile phone apps.
Yeah,
Some
that's
teams
right.
will use Ouija boards. Everyone investigates slightly different, so it's going to get lots of different sort of angles on the same building.
That's right. See, I've changed the way I investigate. You do,
Yeah,
you start off, and I think the first thing I got was a pendulum.
yeah.
And then you get like my mum-in-law. She brought me a wicked present. She says, "Oh, what should I get you for Christmas?" And she got me my first K2.
Mm,
And it was brilliant. She's spending 40 quid on a K2
yeah,
because that's what they were. And she said, "Oh, which one do I get?" And like, there's loads on eBay. So you're trying to get the right one, aren't you? And
yeah, yeah, of
they all look the
course.
same, but yeah, but now it is mainly mediumship driven. I sort of try and work with the energy, and
Yeah,
through
so the
that, and people around me who are sort of
yeah.
strong mediumship links. Anything can happen. It's great.
So every episode is going to be different. It's the same building,
Yeah,
but it's going to be different. So I'm looking forward to start doing that series. I've started doing a series on Ouija boards.
yeah.
I've
That's
got to think.
last week, wasn't it?
I started last weekend. I've got to tweak it a little bit before I start doing it properly because I don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work. It'll be a lot easier when Jane's up here full time. I must admit, because
Yeah.
Jane and I have been working together 15 years, so in the paranormal.
Wow, it's incredible.
So and we do work well together in the field. So that'll be good. So I'm looking forward to the Baphomet the experiment. I'm looking forward to bringing the demon connections back because I
That's
have
good.
missed them. I have missed them and all the other new shows. So you'll have to watch this space for all the other new ones.
Yeah.
We're going to be
Mm.
busy. Put it that way.
That's good though. But you're doing something you love as well, aren't you? And
Yeah,
that's
but
it. And you need to in some ways.
but then if I only had one thing to do, I would get bored with it. I would. I
Oh
wouldn't
yeah, I
get
get you.
bored. I wouldn't get bored of the demon connections because I think that's to me personally that is so important what we're doing. It's changed a lot of people's perspectives on demons. It's changed my
And
thoughts
mine.
on demons. And I love that. But I have to do other things as well and not just ghost hunts.
Yeah, that's right. Because my head's all over the place. I've got loads of ideas. I've got lots of little projects working. Like there's something which came out in 2020. It was a great idea. I was chatting to somebody. I actually got together and met with him last year. I didn't
Yeah.
actually do an investigation with him, but I'm in touch with him again, and he's got another location I can go to, and I've mentioned it to Amanda, and we're sort of going to go out as my
Good.
little team. I wouldn't. It's kind of a team. It's not. Everyone's got their own commitments as well. Hey
Yeah.
Jane, are you all
Hi,
right?
Jane.
Been talking about you. If your ear's been burning,
Only good things, Jane, of course.
definitely. About that time when Neil failed to tell you something during the séance, and somebody let you know about it. Baphomet.
Yeah.
So yeah, uh,
We are going to be busy, Jane.
there you go. So yeah, ideas are good, and yeah, I've got little things going. I was trying to look into a cold case, and it's like, God, I'm so close, but I think I won't ever get there. But I just
Um,
feel that's like one little bit of information I need.
yeah.
And people are getting the information. I've had like loads of different mediums come along, and we have been getting different things, and they've been picking up on what I wanted them to pick up on, which has been incredible. But it's just, yeah, so it's just there, isn't it? They're on fire. What's the demons? Hi,
And of
Lynn.
course,
Hope you well.
we we mentioned Parameet a minute ago, but in a couple of weeks, the weekend of January 25th and 26th, we got the Parameet World Online,
Oh yeah, of course you have.
where
Yeah.
I'm still finalising some guest speakers, which is where we have guest speakers from New Zealand, Australia, Canada, America, and the UK, and we're going to go stream live for about 48 hours on GPN. So that's
Wow, that's
very
awesome.
adventurous. So
Yeah, so you get it. I'll just write in the address. It's
www.ghostplanetnetwork.com.
www.ghostplanetnetwork. I can actually type quicker than this, but you don't want to scroll up, do you? It's,
No,
yeah, www.ghostplanetnetwork.com. That's gone out onto YouTube, onto Facebook, so everybody's got the
okay.
link there if they want
And
it. So
and it's also on Roku TV. A stick, if you buy a stick, it's a little bit like the Amazon Prime stick.
yeah.
You can download it, you can upload it off there as well. We've got lots of different shows.
Yeah. So Andy's got an idea then, interested for each team to use their favourite devices, then leave them there, and the teams move around one place to see if similar or the same results are had by other teams. That's an
Yeah.
idea. So even like as a group, we could sort of do something like that. Like,
Mm.
when we come to the centre, like Amanda could try something in the room and then Amanda and one and then me and and we could just try different things like that, couldn't we? I don't know,
Yeah. When we're filming this episode for GPN, when you're there, and well, when the others are there, you investigate how you want to investigate.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's
Um,
gonna be
I,
energy driven.
I
But
I don't tend to use phone apps. But if a team uses phone apps, that's their way.
oh, that's right. There are different ways
I
and
I just don't know enough about phone apps to have really an opinion. To be honest, because I've not used them. So
yeah.
I always think you have to be careful when you're judging things. It's like judging a location, unless you've actually been there a couple of occasions. I don't think you can have an opinion on the place.
Oh, bless you. Hi. Yeah, but I think what gets me in the paranormal field, one of my bugbears is that people go, that piece of equipment is rubbish.
Well,
And
yeah,
yet nothing's actually designed for paranormal.
yeah, I don't say anything is rubbish. I don't say anything is 100% certain because you just don't
No,
know.
we don't know. That's right.
No,
And
I love using my dowsing rods, but some people say they don't
oh,
work. To me,
I have accidents with them.
to,
They
to
whiz
me,
around like helicopters.
yeah,
They
to me, my dowsing rods work, and
Yeah, that's right.
on a number of quite a few occasions, Jane and I have been on investigation. Jane will say the spirits are telling her to get the dowsing rods out because that's how they're the easiest way they can talk to us through the dowsing rods,
Yeah.
and we do, and we've had some fantastic sessions with dowsing rods. The best one was when Jane and I was at the suicide grave area at a long time ago now.
Was that
Can you remember?
the one where you saw that figure?
It's the one. It's the one where this lady committed suicide. I saw her many when I was a teenager,
Yeah, that's it. And then you
and
went, and I
I
actually went.
was
Iron was it?
yeah, that's it. It's in
Yeah, I
the.
went there.
It's not
Yeah,
in. It's not in the graveyard. It's into the little bit to the side.
perfect. Yeah,
And I didn't realise until I spoke to Mum only a few years ago why those graves were separate from the main churchyard because
mm,
they were for suicides. So I thought, oh, I wonder if this lady is in there. So Jane and I went one evening, um, and we had a great night. We found so much information. So
yeah. That was an incredible night because I remember it. Um,
yeah, we were
when you
doing
sort
live
of
feed then.
yeah, that's right. I remember the sort of story you got from it.
Yeah,
But I like the dowsing rods when that you got the little red clicky box out.
mm,
So basically, Neil got a box into the centre. It's a little wax covered box, jewelry box, like a jewelry
yeah,
box, and he put it into a room all on its own, and it was clicking. It's like it was getting static coming from it,
yeah,
and that I think arrived on the Monday, and on the Friday I was actually in there, so I was absolutely obsessed by it. I don't know why. So I held it, and then the first time I held it, Phil Newton got a photo in my face face expression changed. Like my
Yeah.
nose was longer, my chin stuck out more, and I got black under my eyes.
Yeah.
But unknown to me, Jane had already worked with that item. She drew what she thought she drew what she could see from that box, and it had the same
And
features what
it was
I'd got
your
on my face.
face, yeah. And we kept it in
No, my
under a glass.
face isn't like that.
No,
I've got a pointy chin and point nose. Well, not like
we
that.
also kept it under a glass dome, and someone took a photo of it, and it looked like the same face.
Yeah. The night you were in the churchyard.
Oh yeah, we did. And that was more scary than anything. This bloke thought we were drug dealers.
It's
It
dodgy,
was
innit?
it was funny
Oh
though.
no, bless you. But it was, yeah, I'd want to hold it too. So the next time I went there, I straight away wanted to go and hold it. So I sort of said to somebody, I said, can you take a photo of me holding it? And for some reason, there's this white light coming out of the box towards me. Now, the thing is, we all know that the orbs, the dust, and all that, we know those photos. But this was a big, big chunk of white light. It wasn't. It wasn't like your normal dodgy orb photos.
Yeah,
It was it's a brilliant photo. And then after that, I started getting a click in my ear. Thought, what the hell's that? Then it actually turned out that when I was due to go to a centre, I'd get a click about 2 weeks before. And then I was going
yeah,
to the centre, and it just carried on and carried on. And it is in Neil's book. I put it in mine, and I've mentioned it
yeah.
before. But then you did a live feed with it, didn't you?
Hmm.
With your dowsing rods.
Yeah,
And I remember I said I was getting all these random questions, and you were going, yeah, 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 with dowsing rods. And one of the questions was, which I thought was really daft, but I was typing it in because I was watching at home. I said, "Is it a winged serpent?" And the dowsing rods went to yeah. I was like, "What the hell?" And everything I was asking, it was like I was being told, and that's a
yeah,
lot of the way that my mediumship works. I kind of got given the questions, and then somebody, ideally with dowsing rods, will confirm or deny. Then I'll throw in the odd wrong one
yeah,
just to check that they're using the dowsing rods right.
yeah,
I do that as well. And then I just knew damn well that that box wanted to go in front of the mirror because it needed energy. So I got Neil to put it in front of the box, and it ended up cracking its wax, didn't it?
yeah, I do.
So that's my fault.
Yeah, but then someone we had a team come up and they opened it and released them.
Yeah, I know.
But
But I picked up on that as well because I knew I wasn't getting the click in my ear anymore,
no,
and I knew,
you were
and
coming wrong.
yeah, and I contacted Neil, and I was going up there. I booked for a Saturday. I says, Neil, there's something wrong at Clicky Box. It's dead.
Mm,
It wasn't doing it anymore. And, like every time I was going to go to the centre, it let me know I was going.
yeah,
I'd just get this silly click. And like every time I went in there, first thing I went was go and see it and pick it up. It's really
yeah,
odd. But I did, I was fascinated by it. And yeah, it kind of spoke to me at home randomly.
yeah. It was
Should do.
it was a strange thing. Unfortunately, it's just an empty
So
box then.
it is that maybe I'll go and see it on Saturday. Maybe
It's,
out
it's
because
still there.
it's so sad. I know it is because I saw it last time I went, and it's just like just sitting there and it's nothing. It's sad,
But
isn't it? Because you had something so great and somebody screwed it up. Somebody opened it.
that's what some people are like, though, isn't it?
I know that's right.
Never mind.
I know, but it's
We
good while
move
it
on.
lasted, and you have got some amazing items there, and Hannah. And
You
Paul's
love
so lovely.
you love Hannah, don't you?
Uh-uh. I think she likes to wound me up, and she does it.
I don't
Uh,
like her, but
yeah, yeah, but then like when I've been hosting, I sort of will be there, and like I deliberately wait to see if somebody goes over to pick her up. You
yeah.
don't mention it, and then you've got these people who haven't been there before, and one of them will go and pick her up. Oh, can we hold this? Well, don't know why, but yeah, go ahead. And
Well,
somebody usually gets drawn to her, don't they?
yeah, I've known grown men drawn to her and pick her up and hold her all evening. which is a bit weird to see,
I've
but
got a
you,
doll like that.
she's like Marmite. You either love her or hate her,
Yeah, she
Anna.
certainly likes attention, doesn't she?
She
But
does.
like so many people sort of mention her, and yeah, and it's there, isn't it?
Yeah,
People
she's
generally won't
popular.
go to the centre without noticing her, and yet
She is
the room's full
popular.
of dolls,
Yeah.
and there's this doll among loads, and it's like, oh,
Mm. And
and
it doesn't look freaky or anything, does it? You know.
well, it looks a bit too
But
human
then,
for my liking.
then does the country the Annabelle doll doesn't look freaky? It's just a Raggedy Ann doll, isn't it? So that doesn't look freaky.
The clown does look freaky.
The clown does, but
Her
all
Hannah
clowns look
needs
freaky.
shutting him up in a box in the attic for the best results.
Yeah,
Cheers,
no,
Jane.
I intend to do that, Jane, when you're back.
Guess what I'm doing on Saturday? Thanks, Jane. Have you got a box in here I can borrow?
I think we need to put her in a box like the Annabelle dolls in, you know, with the cross
Yeah,
upside
glass.
down and all that
Yeah,
garbage. But
yeah,
she likes the attention. So we've always had this thought that if we shut her away, what's she gonna do?
yeah. That's right. Because I know my friend who's coming, and she'll sit there all night with Hannah. She really will. So yeah, and when Paula's been there, Hannah has moved her lips.
Yeah.
I've seen Hannah trying to talk. It's like, something was over her face and her lips were moving and her facial expression
Mm.
was moving. And I'm just gutted that I couldn't read her lips because she was having an actual conversation with me.
I do believe that that Hannah doll is the strangest item that we've got at the centre.
Yeah, but I like Paul. I'll be so happy
He's
to see
he's
Paul again.
he's good. He's
He's
not thrown
chilled.
himself off for a bit though.
No, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, perhaps the old
So,
lady's likes him there. Perhaps we need to move him.
hey, so we've got Ruth
All
from
right.
Paranormal Truth. Hope you're all right.
Hey, yeah.
So I met Ruth at the Parameet.
Well, that
So
Parameet North,
Parameet
wasn't it?
North, yeah, you were. So
Yeah,
I actually met Ruth just before Christmas as well. So,
good,
and I might be doing sort of development with Ruth as well. So, yeah.
good.
So I go to
That's good.
monthly lessons, and Ruth is hopefully
Yeah,
joining us. So,
that's
yeah.
good.
So it's all good, and it's people you meet, and I was so impressed by their logo. And then we got
Hmm.
chatting, and yeah, and now I'm trying TikTok. Oh,
I
there we go. She shut the attic prior to coming to the centre and caused so much activity. She hates being isolated.
yeah, no.
Stick her in
I think
Neil's house.
no, she ain't coming to my house. Yeah, we definitely need to do something with her, Jane, don't we?
Oh gosh, you know me, Andy. Yeah. I might try and film it. I don't know. I might try and do a live, but the thing about lives, that kind of distracts from what you're doing. So,
Hmm.
if we're sort of working and trying to sort of work on energy, there's no use me having a phone and going, oh, or I might just put the phone to one side and then it catches what it catches. So I might have a go. But nah, I'm not careful. Yeah. And I've got some really strong people coming as well. So Amanda, she's hosted with me. So she's a great, strong medium. I got Catherine and Christine. Christine's a great medium, so it's going to be a lot of energy there. Kaz Evans
Hmm.
as well. So
Sounds like
yeah.
you're gonna have in for a good night then.
Oh, certainly hope so. Yeah, I'm getting TikTok lessons. Yes. So yeah, I've just started going out on TikTok. So I thought
I,
I'd
I'm
have a go.
I'm too old for TikTok.
You can't say that
Oh, I
because
can.
Richard Felix is older than you. Okay, and
Mm.
he's actually gone on to TikTok and he's doing really well. And I
Uh,
watched one where he's talking about jacket potatoes for 30 years, doing jacket potatoes for 30 years. And
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. That's what some TikTok up, doesn't it?
but he goes, he's doing well. Yeah,
No, I don't think I'm going to go on TikTok.
I don't know.
No,
Do the
I,
dance
I,
moves.
I, I've got enough to concentrate with the GPN and Parameets, to be
Yeah.
honest. And these new series that we're gonna do, Jane.
Oh yeah, which Joan probably doesn't know yet.
Jane doesn't know all of them, yeah. She's used to me now.
Yeah,
You're never too old, yeah. I actually retire in
less than a year, is
50,
it?
54 weeks time. I can retire.
Oh wow. Yeah, but
I shall
it'd be
I should
boring
be
though, wouldn't it?
I should be a pensioner. I should get claim my the state can pay me then. So I can't. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, at least you'll be able to retire, whereas I don't know if people my age could ever
You,
retire.
I don't think you youngsters will ever retire.
No, because like, God, are they
They're
trying to
on.
make
They're
me
on.
live to 71 now? No,
They're on about removing free prescriptions, aren't they now?
they're taking the pee anyway.
But
Charge you
not
10 quid for a prescription, and I used to get two
well.
items, now they made it one. Mm,
Well, when you get six at the minute, when you get 60, you get free prescriptions. And I didn't realize that. And
I didn't know that.
I hadn't had a prescription for 4 years. And I went and got one the other day, and I was so chuffed that I didn't have to pay for it. I'm not used to stuff. I just wanted something free.
Oh, bless you.
So Julie's just turned 60, so Julie gets her free prescriptions now.
Yeah. You
But they're
get your
on
bus
about
pass.
bus passing till next year, next January. So you got to be 65 to get your 66 to get a bus pass.
Oh, God.
Um, so yeah, they're on about stopping free prescriptions. This lovely government of ours.
Oh,
But they
yeah.
can't stop. But if you're 60 already, they can't stop it. So I'm still going to get it. You lot ain't.
Yeah, it's dire, isn't it? But we're just going to make the most of it while we can and just
Yep.
have fun, really, because
Have fun.
as
Forget
soon as
about
you're old, you're going to be freezing cold, not have any heating on because you can't afford it, and yeah,
exactly.
so
I can't
just
believe me and Julie sit here with the coats on and hats and scarves and not really.
oh bless you. No, I've got a lovely jacket. What's got a heater on it, so that's lovely. So I like,
Oh, you're.
yeah, I start wearing that. So all in woods near me, and a ghost night. One person in the attic here doing a lone vigil. Thought it had changed for safety reasons. After an hour alone, he said he'd been looking forward to a solo, but was glad he had someone to talk to. He was shocked when they let him out as his lone. So who was he talking to?
Mm. We actually do
Oh, God.
another series on GPN called Paranormal Blackout. I don't think you've done it yet, Jacqueline, have
No,
you?
I haven't. I'd love to try that.
Which is
But I
where we
break the
set.
sodding neck because of all them bloody steps. This
we,
is
we,
I can't even walk up the steps.
which is where we send one person on their own, no lights, they're not allowed a torch. All you got is the night vision camera. So the only thing you can see is about a 2 inch viewfinder thing, and that's all you got to see by.
That sounds
It-
cool.
it's good fun watching. It's not. It's. I must admit, it's not good fun doing it because we've done it and it
Yeah,
terrified me.
I
People do
don't
say,
be
"Oh,
scared.
people say, oh, that's easy." But if once you're on your own in the dark upstairs in the centre, it's a different beast. It really
I just
is.
sit there chatting shit in a chair, basically.
Yeah, but you have to move from room to room. If I could sit in one room, I could do it, but it's moving through the rooms.
It's the steps, which are the
Yeah, and
you've got these steps that even though when you know the Sunday stuff fall up the buggers.
it's funny though, isn't it? Let's face it.
Yeah. Yeah, them twirly ones. Blimey, I'm nearly on my hands and knees up them.
Oh, the backstairs, yeah, they're great.
They are. And
I
then
try
like
not
all
to.
the like decorations that Ames has put up there as well. There's usually something
Well,
new like jumping out at you.
the back corridor now is different again, so you wait to
Ah.
actually to see it.
Oh, I can't wait because it's been like, God, since October, November. First to the blackout, nearly break my neck, tracking around the big tripod. Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, I put the camera on a tripod. I thought people could put it
Oh,
down, but
shit.
yeah, James, Oh, bless her. She put bless her. Jane was the guinea pig.
Oh shit! I can't manage to try like I have tripods. I've got quite a few. I do photography, for God's sake. But oh god, no, I can't be asked for tripods
And
because it.
and we and the good thing, I think we did it live then, didn't we, Jane? I think I'm not sure if we streamed live or did that later. I'm not sure. Um, it's and of course, when Jane was doing when people were doing, I'm watching the CCTV cameras. So it's funny for me, but it's not funny for the person doing it. So
But
yeah, Jane was Jane was the guinea pig. I am nasty
that
to I
tripod,
am nasty to her.
I could just imagine that. You know what I mean? Because I just can't walk anyway up bloody steps to be sort of falling over that.
But it
Scary as
is
hell.
no, it is scary and it's scary as hell. It is. It really is. I did it. I don't know how I did it. Um, but I did it and I set some experiments up for me. And one of the experiments, you know what I think of Anna? We've just been talking
Yes.
about her. One of the experiments I set up for me was because I wanted to push myself as well. Was in the doll room. I had Anna sat up. You know the round table that we got in there, the
Mm,
Ouija table.
yeah.
We had Anna at one end, and my chair was opposite her. Right. And I thought, okay, then, and her hands were on top of the table, like when you're doing table tipping, her hands were on top of the table. So I put my hands on top of the table, and the table really was twisting round. And honestly, and on heart, it was not me moving that table. And so I put the camera on the side, so people when I record it, I think it went out live. I'm not sure. You could see the table moving. And it freaked the hell out of me.
Wow.
Just just sitting in a room with her, that was freaky enough for me.
That's
But when
cool.
she's sitting up, a yard away from me, moving this table round, oh, I don't think I'll do it again.
I think you ought to. It'd be funny. Jane, get him to do it again. It'd be funny. On a live
No,
with a tripod.
no, I would break my neck.
You made Jane do it. It's your
Yeah,
turn.
yeah. She has to do it for the team.
So, Andy, you're talking about heating. By the time I get to retire, you'll have to put a reasonable size shaped candle and huddle round it and use it to read by because we won't be able to pay for heating or lighting. And that's it, isn't
We're
it?
well, we're heading back for the to the Dickens times, aren't we? You know, when we
Oh, hi. Yeah.
just had one candle and carried the candle around, and it's very scary to me.
Well,
To be
I watched
honest,
the news tonight and Jesus Christ, it's getting worse.
to be honest, I'm glad I'm getting old. Because I don't understand the world now. I must admit. Sometimes my mum, before she passed, she used to say, when she could still watch the TV, she says, "I'm too old for this world now. I don't understand it." And to be honest, that's how I'm getting. I just don't understand how people's minds are working nowadays. I really don't. Not everybody, but some people. I
Yeah,
don't know how
it's
they.
changed.
I don't understand how they come up with these ideas.
No.
You know, I
Uh,
watched some of the me and Julie sit and watch. We don't watch much normal TV, but some of the adverts, I ain't got a clue what they're advertising. Not the foggiest.
yeah. I can't really watch TV. I've just been putting like Amazon on and it just goes on to the next thing, and then I'm just busy doing other things. I'm not actually watching it. Like
Yeah,
sometimes, yeah, I watch Are You Haunted? I watch Ghost Planet Network, or I watch a friend's live or something like that. Chat, but I can't just watch TV because my head's
it's very
everywhere. But watching it,
it's very rarely I watch TV. You know, I watch YouTube a bit, but I'm gone off paranormal shows on YouTube now
yeah,
because they're just so full of not all of them. Some of them are really good. The ones that, especially the ones that put stuff content on GPN, obviously,
yeah,
I
that's
like
it.
watching their stuff. But some of the stuff, especially some of the popular American stuff, I think,
I've
oh,
never seen them. I've never really seen YouTube ghost hunts.
well,
Ever.
after this, after you finish the live, then, because I
Yeah.
don't want to say people's names, I will tell you one to watch.
I
If
I think I know because I think
i-
you mentioned it before without mentioning
if
it.
if you watch it, you'll think, "Oh my God, what are then the hell are they up to?"
Yeah.
Because it's so crap.
Yeah, because I'm having trouble on my page now because people are submitting shit to my page.
Yeah.
They're like they'll do something like I love it if people do like loads of photos and they do a write up of like the location. Yeah, I like the history. That's
Yeah.
great. Fine, because people want to see these buildings. And like if you're in the US, you want to know about this building. Hiya, see you on Saturday. Another person coming on Saturday. So yeah, it's going to be good. Um, and that's great. But then there's people doing like a reel with like a little snippet of something, uh, a spider in front of a lens, and they're making out
Oh
what the
yeah.
hell. We went in there and we were so scared last time. We were never returning, and we're back again. Okay, and
Yeah.
it's like don't talk shit.
Yeah.
I don't want that shit on my page. And here we go. Like here's Mark. Hiya. Hope you're enjoying work today. And so, like Mark, like I put something once on my group, and it was just tripe, and it could pull me up about it. What's that doing on there? But the
Mm,
amount of stuff that I'm like stopping because it's absolute drivel, and
yeah.
I don't know what's going on with people. To be fair, well, hey, new Rampart, there you go. That's cool. Have I seen that? I might have. I don't know. I might have seen it, but yeah. Oh no! Speaking of,
Hi mate, how you doing?
oh, bless you, Mark. Oh, I miss you. Yeah.
Mark, I will message you over the next couple of days about Parameet World Online.
Ooh, there we go then.
He's a
You heard it
Mark.
tonight.
Mark's a part of it. He's sorted out New Zealand part.
Yeah. I love Mark's speech at the Parameet. So Mark decided to fly all over from Auckland, and we met at the Well, I met before that, and it's incredible.
Mm.
But Mark was on about New Zealand and it not actually being on many maps, so it just doesn't exist, and it's just like unbelievable, isn't it? Like we don't know, but yeah, it just kind of doesn't exist. But yeah, it
Yeah.
does because Mark lives there. We think.
Well, perhaps it's like the Twilight Zone. He just jumps on the plane. It goes into nothingness.
Yeah,
Then Mark lives his life, and comes out into existence.
but yeah, it's just yeah. So it was great to meet Mark,
Yeah, it was.
and I did want to take him to a Nottingham location, but sadly that's closing down, and I'm absolutely gutted. Yeah, when there are so few locations, and
Yeah.
there's my go-to place in Nottingham shut down. That was Robin Hood Legacy. I was in there the
Yeah.
last 2 weekends. I was actually in there. I locked up. It wouldn't actually let me lock up. We couldn't
Mm.
actually turn the key in the door, and
Yeah.
people had been going out for a fag and stuff. And we couldn't lock up at the end of the night, and we didn't know that the owner was being locked up on the Monday.
Oh dear.
So the spirits didn't seem to want us to live. It's gone now.
Mm.
It's empty, and take your word for it, mate. Prove it. We had a great time at the centre a couple of weeks ago. The mechanical clown doll moved.
Brilliant.
Musical clown doll. That's cool. Oh, but it is incredible. You just get some different things. Yeah, that's it. Kathy was there that night when we went to Robin Hood, and yeah,
Mm.
and now that weird shop's closing as well, which is a shame that that has so much to offer. And
Yeah.
when you get the reasonably priced locations, oh yes, Jane. We can mention that now because there's no
Oh, we did.
reason
That
not
was that
to.
was that was interesting, wasn't it, Jane?
Yes, I was there. I was there that night. So there's something ropey in the Robin Hood, and it left basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it certainly changed the atmosphere in there. But it was a place that meant so much to me because it sort of ties in with two of my past lives randomly.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Shame. It's a
and
shame these small locations are closing.
it's empty at the moment, as is the place next door to it. Because I went last time I was in Nottingham, I went to see,
Yeah.
and it's rental rates, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it's the cost of living and everything, and you just work so hard, and yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
hard for everybody at the minute.
tough out there. It is. But yeah, so what else are you doing then? You've got some events booked as well, haven't you?
Um, yeah, we do our own guy. Well, yeah, we're going to Falstaff, well, Tudor World in Stratford upon Avon twice this year.
Yeah, never
We're
been
taking
there.
we're taking some people with us. The
Yeah,
first one's sold out, but we've still got places left for the second one. I think it's September or October time. We're going
yeah.
there. So if you fancy coming, Jacqueline, get your
It
name put
it
down.
it's just kind of outside my 1 hour window.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a
So
bit
this is
further
the
for you.
problem. Yeah, because I can only drive an hour without,
Yeah.
when you're finishing at 2 and then you're trying to drive, after an hour, I'm too
Plus,
tired to drive.
Tudor was it's a late finish. I think it's 3 o'clock or something, because you can't get in till 10 o'clock because they're doing
Right.
tours. So it is a late one. But it's a cool location. We've
I'd love
been
to
we've
go.
we've been many times. But
Yeah.
it's a lot nearer to us than you. You know, you're an
Yeah, you're
hour north.
45 minutes nearer, yeah.
Yeah, you're
That's
another
right.
hour up north to us, aren't you? Up
Yeah.
north.
Yeah, we're the Midlands. You're south.
No, we're Midlands. You're
We're
up north.
Midlands.
Anything
Uh,
north of Leicester is up north, gal.
no, not
Um,
North and Midlands. But yeah.
so I did think about doing going to go all the locations, but I've decided against that. I
Mm,
just this year I just want us to get back into doing the research that we do and the things that Jane and I have been talking about for 4 5 years maybe now. We are going to get them done this year, Jane.
there you
Um,
go, Kathy. Not sis Midlands. Yeah,
so yeah, I to be honest, I just want to concentrate on what we do
yeah.
more. Um, I love the Parameet. Parameet's hard to organise, and
It's
it's
stressful probably.
stressful. And you know the first couple I've said, no, I'm not doing them again. Can you
Well,
remember?
rugby was, special, wasn't it?
Oh, rugby was like Faulty Towers, weren't it? It
It
was
was
just
40 Towers, like, the
it,
hotel
it
staff buggered off about 6
but
o'clock,
and
didn't they?
it's closed down now, you know.
Oh, yeah, it went, yeah. And,
Which is a shame.
"Oh, go, come along. Get your nan to bring you. I'm gonna be there. Sort something out. I'll speak to you in a bit."
You
I'll
definitely
speak
need
to
to
you
come to
Saturday,
Parameet.
actually. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
But when
So,
people start, obviously, when you organise an event, you always think, are people going to come?
yeah,
Um, but they do tend to come.
that's
Um,
right.
but Parameet, it's a special weekend. You know, the one in May is going to be even harder for us because it's 3 days. So we're there 3 days.
I'm gonna be knackered.
Um,
Yeah, it's
no,
tiring,
so
isn't it? 'Cause you get up for brekkie, and then you've got a full day, and then you wait till whatever at night, and
plus
so many days into it.
The Friday night before it even starts, we do the paranormal quiz, which is
Mm.
always hilarious, and we all
Yeah,
a lot of
Jane's,
people meet up.
anagrams.
Jane does the paranormal quiz. That's always hilarious. Then we're there all day Saturday, and then Saturday
Mhm.
night, um,
It's the
good
awards.
the GPN Awards, which is last year was the first one, but
Yay! Awesome. Ruth.
brilliant. Last year
Yay.
was the awards was the first one, and it went better than I thought it would do. Then we're there all day Sunday. Then Sunday night we got a fancy dress karaoke just for you, Jacqueline.
Oh, yeah, I love my karaoke, yeah.
And then we're
Yay.
there a big chunk of the Monday before we can go home.
Oh, what's the theme? Fancy dress then?
Whatever you want.
Oh. Oh, dear. Fawlty Towers.
Yeah. Yeah, Brown's overall was like Faulty Tower. You know,
Yeah,
they
it
had a
was,
power. We had a power cut, didn't we? And they started the generator with a car battery.
I've saw it. I saw the
Um,
car right next door to the generator, and as a joker says, "Oh, the jump's starting it," and the bloody
they
were.
they they put jump
Do
leads onto the
that
generator from a car
from
battery
a
to
car.
get the power going again.
Like, how can you have a
And
hotel running off a generator?
but it was a gorgeous building.
Oh, it was beautiful. It really was.
Um, but
But
Sketchy Grange is,
oh,
when
it's
we went
absolutely
back when
stunning.
we
Yeah,
started last year. Excuse me. Sketchy Grange was perfect for what we do, and the staff at Sketchy Grange couldn't have done more. They bent over backwards. You know what I'm like. I like things to be just spot on. I like the tables
yeah,
to be just as I envisaged them. I've got a bit of a
yeah,
problem there. I admit it. But they move things around, and they once the talk's finished, they sort of moved all the seating for the theatre style and put the dance floor down and set the round tables up for the meal, and it was just perfect.
they're so friendly, and they were good. They really were.
But then so they should be, because
Oh yeah,
I paid them a lot of money that weekend.
yeah, that's right.
No,
Well,
they
it's
they
it's not
they
a cheap
made
hotel. Is it 4 or 5? It's something 4 star.
oh probably
Yeah,
they did make a lot of money that weekend. So
yeah.
I do believe that you should deserve, if you pay top dollar, you deserve
You
top
do.
dollar
That's
treatment.
right. And also, like, I think the drinks are about £8, aren't they?
I didn't buy a
Something
drink.
like that. Oh, yeah. But,
Yeah,
gin and well, I just have lemonade to make it cheaper, because that could be 2 quid, it could be about £8 a drink, and, it builds up, doesn't it? But, it is
yeah,
something different. You're with friends, and yeah, and I've got
yeah. I
electric at the
was
bar as well.
So it was the Parameet. I personally, I might be a little bit biased here, but I think the Parameet is special. I think it's a special weekend.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
and I actually met I Parameet wasn't actually my idea. And I actually met Ali yesterday in Dunelm in Nuneaton.
Oh, wow.
And we were talking. So Ali is hoping to come to in May, whose idea Parameet was.
Wow,
So
okay.
that'll be nice if Ali comes.
That's brilliant. Yeah. Oh, he'll have to let us know. But
So
yeah, it is incredible, and tickets are available from your is it, www.hauntedresearch.co.
it's
dot
It's hauntedresearchcentre.com.
dot yeah,
So
I'll
that's
go
where you get
remember that.
tickets. And we got not only have we got two Parameets, we got Parameet in May and September. We got the Parameet Xmas party in
Yeah,
at
that's
the end of
it.
November.
Yeah,
Um, so you can actually buy a VIP package, and you get access to everything, plus a chance to win a night at the centre.
yeah,
£150. So you come to, and the Christmas party is a three-course meal and a disco. The
that's cool.
awards is a um 2-course meal and live music. We've got Ben and Lauren coming as well to
Ben
entertain
Ben
us.
is brilliant. So Ben's your son, and
Yeah,
he's brilliant. And Lauren did it last
they're
year as well, didn't she?
yeah,
Yeah,
they're coming to
yeah.
entertain us.
I was just
Um,
just gobsmacked really last year because of this, wasn't I? It's like I don't know much what happened really because it's like it's
you
like
won that.
yay, amazing, and like anyone just watching now, it's the first thing I've actually ever won in my life. Other than like I usually win raffle prizes, but it's not the same as it.
No,
So it's my first ever trophy. So
well, that's good then.
yeah, so
And of course,
that's good.
Mr. Barry John presented the trophies last year.
I know he did. Yes,
So
that was
and
he was yeah. Well, I've been chatting to him everywhere. He's
Barry's a
brilliant.
star. He's a star.
He is.
And
His mate, what can I say? He's
yeah,
yeah.
Barry is such a nice gentleman. Um, and I'm very lucky to have Barry as a supporter, and he's a guest speaker, and I'm sure he's going to be presenting the trophies again this year. I've not actually asked him yet, so if you
Shall I ask him?
if you're watching
Ask
Barry,
me
will
to
you
Well, no,
I'm
I
sure.
speak to him like all the time because
I'm sure Barry will present the trophies again this year. So
yeah,
it's
because me and Barry are sort of doing a few events together and stuff like
yeah.
that. So yeah, we speak all the time. So there you go. Yeah,
He's a great guy.
yeah, it's helped me loads really. Yeah, with the loss of my dog and everything, and
Yeah,
I've known him about 8 years, maybe longer, and yeah, and
but
yeah.
he's so down to earth.
Oh God, yeah, he definitely he
He's
is. He is so
no.
lovely.
First time I met him was at some sort of spiritual fair that he organised, and he was talking to me like he'd known me for years, like I was a mate. And no, we talked
Yeah,
over podcasts and things, but he's just so friendly. I think he's a fantastic guy. I think all the
yeah,
speakers are, but
mm, yeah. Okay, but yeah, the Parameet is good, isn't it? And yeah, I am looking forward to it.
yeah,
So
it's going to be good fun. Plus,
yeah.
the weather's going to be nice, isn't it, in May? So hopefully,
Yeah. Well, it has been, hasn't it? Like
let's get rid of this cold.
the previous
Don't
Parameets
like
were brilliant.
the cold.
Well, I've been locked in my house since I got back from a New Year thing, because it's just been too cold. Like, because I work from home, I got out for half a day to go to the council house in Nottingham, and that's
Yeah.
the only place I've been since like the 2nd of January. I
Oh
haven't
no.
been anywhere else. So,
No.
but I'm actually going to another office tomorrow, and that was the spooky as hell building as well. So,
That's good.
my boss says, after the meeting, you can stay there for a bit longer. I thought, oh,
Yeah.
okay, yes, I might have to work from there a bit tomorrow.
That's good.
But yeah, I'll show you. I'll tell you what it is in a bit. But yeah, so I've not been there before, and yeah, it
Good.
looks it's on the spooky radar. Anyway, you look at it and think, oh yeah, 1800s. So
Mm.
yeah, my sort of place, obviously.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Some sort of manor house. So yeah, but so you. So what is your favourite object at the centre then? You've got
My
so
favourite
many.
object. Obviously the big arch mirror in the attic is a good object because it's a portal. But personally, my favourite object is probably Bob's clown.
Oh yeah,
Um,
because you had him from day one,
be-
didn't you?
because he was one of the first items I bought, and it comes with such a sad story. Um, and it's still sad now because the boy whose clown this is, he had a sad life because he was deformed. He had calipers on his legs. He was rejected from his family. Ended up in a children's home. He was bullied there, and he died when he was young. And he's actually told us that he's happy now. He wasn't happy in life, but he's happy now. And you think,
It's
how
beautiful.
sad is it's nice,
It
but
it's
yeah,
beautiful now, but not from
how
yeah, to go
sad
through
that
all that
is.
mess, yeah.
And
That's
I
right.
know I've always said that if the centre did close or anything happens, I would keep Bob's clown with me. Bob's clown will come home
Yeah,
with me.
yeah,
But
okay.
he's a special little lad.
Now when I went the first time, you got CCTV, and
Yeah,
we were in the base room, and there was a clown on the stairs, and it
yeah.
fell over. Was it Bob or another one?
That was a different one.
Ah. Yeah. But that
But we are, but
that was the first time we went, and, like, you know and also there's one on the shelf as well, which fell that night as well.
yeah, that's right.
That was
But
incredible, that was really odd.
Haunted Live when they did a night at the centre, they caught Bob's clown moving on cameras. So
Wow.
lots of things do move. Obviously we don't catch everything because I don't go through all the camera footage.
God, no. No.
But as long as teams enjoy themselves when they're there, that's important to me.
Yeah.
And we get to do our stuff. As you saw from Jane's comment, she's got lots of ideas from
I
what
knew
she's
I'd
doing.
say.
So it's going to be great. But and Jane's very much like me. She likes to do things differently. There's lots of rules or supposed rules and things that have setting concrete in there in the paranormal.
Hmm.
Um, but we question all this. We question, we question about the Ouija board rules.
Yeah. That's
Um,
the thing about your boards, isn't it?
and
Can you tell everybody?
we never ever close any of our Ouija boards down because personally I don't see the point. And has it made any difference? Not in the
Yeah,
slightest.
I'm still here.
Some nights we have had some teams. One in particular, I can't remember the name. Obviously, I won't say it anyway.
Oh no, of course
But
not.
they made us take all our Ouija boards out the centre before they'd go upstairs because we told them that they're always left open.
Mm.
But that's up to them. That's the way they work. And another team refused to come because we do the demon connections. They said they wouldn't come because we invite demons, and they think,
Yeah.
well, you need to research demons. Don't listen to Hollywood or YouTube or religion what demons are because they ain't what they're telling you.
Well, I've certainly encountered something there, and Gary Fields will vouch for that because he dealt with it.
Yeah.
Hey ho.
So
Yeah, but
so
there is
we
some interesting,
so we
different stuff
but
there.
it sometimes it does get annoying when teams banish spirits from the center without telling us, or
No,
they
you can't
they
do that.
what we had one team leave loads handfuls of selenite crystal. Selenite's
Yeah,
a
no,
banishing crystal.
sure
They hid
problem.
handfuls around the center, and until we found it, I think Barry found it actually. Until we found it, the cent pardon the pun, but the center was dead. There was
Yeah, I
nothing
think me
there.
and Amanda sort of hosted, didn't we, one night, and it was shocking. And oh, was it the night? Was it when Mark came over or something?
Possibly, yeah, because
Because
you got nothing. You got nothing.
yeah, because that night, yeah, it's when Mark came over from
Yeah,
Auckland, and like, there's some brilliant people there. 'Cause Lauren were there, and
yeah,
wha- one of the Smith brothers, and
yeah. That's it.
Richard Russell were there, and the top people were there, and
And
we're
you got
really up for it, and the energy was fantastic. We were laughing so much,
and you got
and
nothing, did you?
nothing, absolutely nothing all night, and
Because there are handfuls of selenite all over the place, but hidden behind mirrors, hidden behind things. So we had to go around oh, well,
oh,
I
it's
didn't. The
fantastic.
guys went round and found it all.
Yeah,
And then it's hard work, and Jane has to go up, spend hours up. Well, not hours. Spends a lot of time up there getting everything back to normal, or they
yeah,
close the portals down. We had people closing the portals down, but some teams don't agree that we Jane opens portals and we leave them
well, they
open.
shouldn't book there then, should they?
Some teams don't
Yeah,
agree with that, but it's a research centre. We want to know what will happen.
yeah,
And we've been doing it a long time now, and nothing has ever happened. No one's ever been really hurt there.
no.
The people have been pushed and scratched a little bit, but
Mm.
no one's ever been killed there. So,
Don't say that. Well, yeah, you're right. It's just yeah.
but I just think you shouldn't go into the location and do things without.
Well, no, it's down to real. It's like our form of respect, isn't it?
Yeah,
And you should, you're being
it's
respectful in the way that you let people hold objects, touch objects, work with objects. So, in that respect, do that. Don't mess with anything else. You know.
so yeah. So this year I am limiting to the teams that do come in. To be honest.
Mm,
I'm not unless it's someone that I know and trust. They're not coming in to
yeah,
investigate the centre now.
yeah.
Um, because the number of teams who let me down last year is ridiculous.
It's
Um,
madness, isn't it?
it does me head in. Yeah, it does, Jane. It just does. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I've got to the stage now that I want us to do what we want to do.
Mm,
As Jane said, she's got lots of ideas. I've got lots of ideas.
yeah.
So our only limitation is time.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
if I have a team in every Friday and Saturday and Sunday, because from next Sunday, every Sunday is booked up for the whole year.
Wow.
Um,
God.
so we ain't got time. So I
Hey,
want
Bob,
us
how you
to
doing?
I want us to have time for so we can do what we want to do. And it's seriously, we got so much work to do, and we've only got so many hours that we can do it in.
Yeah, well, that's right. But it is an incredible place. It's 6 years then, isn't it, that I've been going there, and
6 years.
yeah,
You
and
know, so
I don't know how many times I've been there. A lot.
the only new bookings I'm taking this year are from people that I know now.
Mm, yeah,
For example, for like people like you, Jacqueline, you're
mm.
welcome to book the centre. But people that I don't know, you've missed your chance now, unfortunately, because
It's not worth the grief, is it? Yeah.
um, no, I used to. I obviously I had to have teams in every Friday night to fund the place.
Mm.
But I actually start work again Friday. I'm going back work full time, so
Oh,
I
bless
don't
you.
need the teams every Friday and Saturday to fund the place now. I'll fund it myself.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, bless you.
so
Yeah.
I think it's that's more important to me in my journey in the paranormal to do what I want to do, and and like Jane says, she's got lots of ideas. So, and
Yeah,
I
that's
dread
cool.
to think what some of these ideas are because um
Yeah.
well, I don't.
They'll
I
be
think
amazing. They will be.
I know they're going to be great things for us to do.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
no, the Demon Connections was Jane's idea. That wasn't my
That
idea.
were that I took part in a live version of that.
You
We
did the live
we did
one with us.
mention that, and that was just so incredible. It really was, and yeah, I was I didn't kind of know whether to go or not, but it was incredible, and I I, I don't even know if I believed in the existence of demons until you know, and
I
that's
didn't
it, isn't it?
until we started. I didn't know what to expect, and that's why
Yeah,
Jane and I when we did the first one, I think I can't remember the first one we did, we just filmed it with just myself and Jane there, just in
yeah,
case,
what's that one? Yeah.
the religion was right and we were wrong.
Mm.
So we didn't want to put Amy and Ant at any risk, so we just did it myself and Jane, and we had a great session.
I'll contact you, Bob.
So then we started doing live, and that was great. We used to get lots of viewers, um, but
Yeah.
but whether they go back to live on GPN, we're only going to do lives on GPN.
Mhm.
So obviously that limits to what we can do because the camera has to be cabled to the computer then.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah.
I'm a bit bored with Facebook. I don't like Facebook even, to be honest.
It's hard going, isn't it?
But
Like,
unfortunately, you need it.
well, the community's on there. The community, the people I've met are on there. You know,
Yeah,
and the thing is about TikTok, like, your friends come up who, but I don't know how it works. Like, I got to get a lesson off Ruth. But like you look at it and then something random comes up. Then it's somebody invited me to watch something. I thought, well, how do you do that then? I don't know
yeah.
how to invite them. I don't know how that works. And
No, I did have a look at TikTok and I thought, no, I can't be bothered with this.
I've started on it. Yeah,
So
it's
I hope it goes well for you, Jacqueline. Anyway,
I don't know.
I'm
I've
going to
made
stick
three
with
pence from it already.
I'm going to
I've
stick with.
made a whole 3p.
Well done.
I don't know how.
No. So YouTube does me head in as well because
Yeah,
unless you got lots of followers, it's a lot of work, and for to find the little teams who are doing it genuinely,
yeah. I need to learn
you've got to be lucky
it.
to find them.
Yeah.
The big boys you get who got a million subscribers, they just fake it anyway. So I,
Mm. Oh, there is so much rubbish out there, and yeah, it's like my
so
page. I'm I'm turning away so much content what people are trying to put on my page because it's crap.
yeah,
End off. You know what I mean? Like, there's sometimes I put things on if I don't want to put this on, but I've got to kind of support people somehow, and it's like, and then
the
a lot doesn't
thing
make it because.
See that
No,
with GPN, nothing goes on unless I put it on. So
yeah. Well,
I
that's the thing about my Facebook, Paranormal Path. I do.
I
Friends can put on. Friends, they're fine. They can post, but it's other ones who
yeah. So
don't use those words. Don't. It's not going to work with me.
mm,
I'm scared, but we went back. Well, whatever. I don't care.
yeah, I don't like
You're not an
clickbait.
investigator. I'm not into that. Go away.
No.
Yeah, and like, yeah. But want to thank you anyway, Neil.
Yeah,
Gotta
thanks
go.
for inviting me.
Overran, but it happens.
I've
And
got a busy week this week. I'm here with you tonight. Jane and I do our show tomorrow, and then I'm
okay.
on another podcast on Wednesday.
Oh wow, awesome.
And I was on a podcast last Friday, so I'm a busy
I,
guy.
I've got one on. Oh, I don't know. I've got a lot coming up. Um,
Good, you
yeah, I
deserve
think
it.
this 1 week I'm on 3 podcasts.
Oh, that's good.
One in 7 PST, 7 something stupid hour. Dread to think what time that is in the morning.
Oh,
But
blimey.
yeah, that'd be interesting. But different people will have different views about different forms of contact. Thanks for a great evening. Oh, cheers. Thanks, Andy, for watching, and Happy New Year to you.
Yeah,
And
nice to see you,
got
Andy.
some great guests lined up. I may actually put a post on who's coming on.
Mm.
But yeah, better take care, everyone. Look after yourselves, and let's hope things brighten up and we can get out there and make the most of our beautiful countryside and buildings.
Yeah.
Take care anyway.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.